Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And in front of you I have a 12 by 16 inch canvas, an OXO omelet turning spatula from my Amazon link, one of two sizes. The Amazon link is right under the video. It's the first blue link. These are well worth investing in, and I'm going to use one in a minute. So this is a paint skin that I have salvaged from my Lolivefe silicone mat. Now, my student day before yesterday spilled some paint on the back. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, that's perfect," because now I get to use it, and I'm going to make a funky tree. And in order to do this, I want to be able to start out by having the sky I want, and for me, that's a purple sky in this case, just because I can. And Because I Can is the name of my first book. Oh, I want to try that so bad. That is a Modern Masters red, and I'm not sure how that's going to be, but I think if I change it up a little bit with that neon pink from Folk Art, it'll be all right. So I always say I have trouble with, oh, and I got a piece of grit on my spatula or on my canvas, and I don't want it there. So, but I'm going to continue on trying anyway to spread paint across, and I'm going to, where is it? I can't find it yet. Maybe it'll knock itself off. We can hope. So I'm just going to keep taking that paint that I've got and knocking it off until I have enough to go on the top. And use that up there right now. And then go back and add some more to the places I think need it. Oh, I like that down there. I really don't want to change that much. That is a neon from Folk Art. It's a multi-surface. This is the dioxidine. It's probably a Hobby Lobby Master's Touch product. This is, I don't know, maybe an Anita's. And I want some Prussian blue. And Prussian blue probably started out as a Grumbacher heavy body paint, which I just continued to add color to until I got it the way I wanted. Now I need this to be wet enough right now to paste my tree down on there, because I'm not going to use glue. I'm not coming back later. I could use Floetrol. I have in the past. And it's a hot day out here, so whatever I'm going to do, I have to decide to move on it pretty quickly. But I want to use what's on my spatula. And I also want to make sure I have enough paint. Whoops, right off. Okay, that's never happened before. I could put some white from Anita's, and I call it white pearl, but it's white metallic. I'm loving that purple color. One of these times I'd like to figure out how to get my paint to go all the way over and not leave a little indentation where the edge of the canvas is. But you know, I often say maybe people just have to consider, if they purchase these, to add a frame. I like that red from Modern Masters. It's very blood red, and it's supposed to be a matte. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to touch up my edges right now as best I can. I kind of want some mountains in this. I also don't want to waste any paint, so I'm going to knock all of that off and run it across the edge right there and up the corner, and the same thing right here, and anything on my tile is going the same place. And how's my top? My top is okay. Nothing I can't touch up later. And I can blow over the side, and I guess if I want clouds, that's part of my recent solution to things. You need to hold your spatula as level as possible most times to keep a nice even layer of paint on there. I really don't want to get rid of that yet. I'm just going to wipe it off. And then I'm going to use my studio rag, which I did not dampen today, but is evidently humid enough to have kept it from yesterday. Yay. So I like some mountains in the background. And I think what I'm going to do is give myself some blue mountains. I have not really taken advantage of the fact that you will see pale blue mountains a lot of times and a lot of things. What else? I need another blue. Maybe this color shift. I did shake all my paints before I started this today. That's a weird color though. It changes into a nicer color. I don't really want anything else in there. I want a little piece of edge catcher material, and that can be just about anything, and smaller pieces work too. Once that gets to the edge, I will have to decide if there's going to be more stuff to come back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It really was not enough paint, but I can tap a spatula in there. Like, this is a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. First I'll scrape off my edge catcher a little bit, and then I'll notice that I really don't have a lot of dark color over here, and I wouldn't mind. I don't mind it being multi-dimensional either, which means that if I tip it down and tip it back, it becomes something more or better. Let's find that spot again. Alright, so we have more paint this time, and instead of tipping it back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it after it finishes draining. Come on. Okay, so that'll be alright. That'll drain right over. And this, I'm going to take right now and put right in here. Because it's cool, and I like it. And I can tip this also to spread that a little bit better. And cover that edge. And I can still tip it back again. So I have to decide what I want in the foreground, and I really haven't got much of a clue, but I think because I'm in for a penny and for a pound right now, and I don't know what I want, I'm just going to do whatever comes to mind and hope it works. I'm going to leave the purple on my spatula, and I'm going to let some of this color fall right over the side and use my finger. I've been talking about having something with this green in the foreground for a while. That is totally gorgeous. It may be very surrealistic, but I really don't care right now. I'm going to keep using some of that purple up there, and if I need some more color, I'll go down here. Now, some other time I might use that same technique, and that's cool. I'm getting some cells too, which is really neat. I'm going to have to cover my bottom at some point, and right now, if I steal a little bit of paint, not that there is really much paint to steal, why don't I just take that purple and throw a little green and some more green right on there, and we'll fake it out, and it will work. I guarantee that will work. Just don't. And I could probably blow down some paint. I should show you that before I go on, and that is pretty cool. I'm not unhappy with any of that at all. I want a little more purple drip down over the edge here to make it unified. And that's the neon from Folk Art, like I said. And I'm going to grab a little bit right there, because I can. The name of my book on the Amazon link under Show More. Hey, I've got another book out. It's volume 2, and it is called Unlimited Possibilities, because, for me, with fluid acrylic boring, oh, and I missed a whole side, which is okay, because I have paint on my spatula. I also have it on my arm, because I can feel it. It just came from nowhere. No birds flew through, so. Alright, so I'm covered both sides and the bottom and above, and any little spots I see, right now is the time to touch them up with a finger, because after that you're going to leave a fingerprint, and you're not going to like that the paint is going to stick, and it will never be the same, and you'll have to wait till tomorrow to fix it. Alright, so here goes nothing. Hopefully my paint is still wet enough. I believe it is. I have to kind of decide. That spatula's going in the bucket. I have to decide where my tree is going, and I might be tempted to put a little bit more. What do I want behind this? Nothing. What am I going to do? I'm going to put some purple right all over the back of my tree foliage right now. Not because I want to waste purple, just because it's the glue of choice right at the moment. You try and peel this up later. It's not coming up. Believe me. So now I just have to decide which side is up. And I think it's the other side. Here goes nothing. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, for better or for worse, that's my tree. And I could probably take some Reynolds freezer paper when this is a lot more tacky. That is bothering me. Oh, and I fixed it. Cool. And I'm going to clean off my spatula. I'll be right back. The only thing I was thinking I wanted to do was probably put my base in first, and I didn't do that. But right now I'm going to grab a few little colors and put them in the cup, because I'm imagining, I hope not imagining, that I can use them to create my trunk. I'm probably not using enough colors. And as I go on, I'm sort of imagining I may be using the wrong colors, but they're probably fine. And the question is, what do I want to do with them? And the answer is, I see that I don't have nearly enough pink or the purple that I really want in there. And instead of trying to scoop them out, I'm going to use my spatula. And I'm just really hoping that my theory is correct. And that I can dip that spatula right in there into those colors. And make a colorful tree. So far so good, eh? And really and truly, there's nothing to keep me from adding a few more colors right there, right now. But this is just what it is. And I was thinking, I've got some other pieces of paint. I've got some other skins that would do something similar. I'm not sure that green up there is my favorite thing, but I can always camouflage that later. Just throwing a few little branches in there. Make it look more realistic. Sort of, kind of. It is what it is. It's my first try, and I've got more. Should I put more in? Maybe I should put more in. I like the uneven edges, so I'm just going to rip that sort of carefully. And then, because I have a very flat bottom, I'm going to just sort of cut up into that a little bit and make it a lot less uniform. Get rid of the hard edge. Put a couple notches in there maybe. And then just do the same thing I just did, with maybe a different color. And use the same paint I had. Which that yellow is not really thrilling me, but it's still okay. Just dragging out the roots, and I have more, so maybe just one more. So I'm just going to peel that right up. Whatever I get right there is going to be, maybe I want it smaller. And smaller still. Can I do that? I'm not sure. I got it stuck to my fingers. Hang on, I'm all stuck. I am going to go ahead. I want to steal that mountain. Never mind. What can I do? I can put a little bit of purple right over here. Mess that around some. Call that another tree in the back. I think less of that orange color will make me happy. Try and make it a little thinner than the others. They're a lot too evenly spaced, but I'll get over it. Let's see if there's anything else here I want to peel up. Because I do love peeling stuff, and I have been kind of waiting for this moment. Oh, look, I found a good one. Which side? Let's pull that little extra off. If I let them become whole skins, then they won't maintain the same interesting structure on the outside. I like them lacy. So now I got 4, and I'm going to need 5 because that's the rule. See how I am. I'm going to use my favorite color in there again. It's a pretty simple process. I got 2 minutes left to tell you guys that if you want to help me out and you want to keep me here at YouTube, it's important that you watch the videos longer or let them run. And the commercials help help me stay and buy art supplies, etc. That was too big, but I don't think anybody's going to notice it unless you tell them. I think a skewer is imperative at this point. I'm just going to dip a little skewer in there and drag a few roots out. I might even use the dull end to add a little more color where I want it. And it's not beyond me to decide that tomorrow would be a good day to add some colors that I want to anything in there, because I can do that. I can't use the purple up there too much because I already have a purple sky background. But I got a funky tree and I'm not unhappy with it. They do get wider than I want them to be, so be aware if you start small and it will spread. So I'm not even going to mind if some of those little lumps stick up, because unless somebody comes along and peels them off, once I spray them in place, they'll be fine. I do want to take a couple of dabs and put some colors that I want, not that green please, up there in the tree, because that background color looks like the sky coming through, and I like that about it. And anything else I stick up there looks like leaves. Okay, so I said that I was going to tell you guys what I need to tell you. I'm just going to turn this around. I may throw another tree in here, which is the way it should look. I love the bottom of this. I should have probably, I can't torch beforehand. Before I stick my trees down. I guess maybe I could if I put the paint on the back. And I don't like that white spot sticking out there. So I'm just going to tell you whatever I can tell you in the last. I didn't ever put my glasses on, really? Wow. Okay. Glasses free artwork. Give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I really want that thumbs up. You guys are like, some of you noticed that the rest of you are not doing it, and I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Teespring, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, all under the video. Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Under Show More, along with the Amazon link. My paint pouring recipe is under there. If you go to my channel, you'll find playlists 1 through 10 and 11 genres. And if you want to be in the monthly drawing, contribute $10 or more to PayPal or Patreon. Links under the video, and also icons on the channel header. If you are interested in the clothing at Teespring, just click on any of that clothing you see. It'll bring you there. Thank you for 85,000. Thank you guys for the contributions that have kept me painting. Thank you for the wonderful comments you give me all the time. And Facebook groups exist. Expressionist Art Studio Galleries, the way they begin. And some are totes and more. Some are fans and collectors. And one is appreciation group for students. I love you guys. Hope to see you again soon. Check my community board for tomorrow's post. I'm changing my time, I think, to 12:30 at night. And I may do it both at night and in the morning for a while. I love you guys. I got some great cells in that tree. Wow. I'm not unhappy with that a bit. Except for that extra fat paint right there. And I'll fix it. That's better. Just widen my stuff out.